Friends of Cancer Research is excited to host our 17th annual meeting on November 12th in Washington, D.C., and virtually. Each year, our annual meeting tackles topics that can help make cancer research faster, more inclusive, and more efficient for patients, and this year's no different. One of the topics that will be discussed at our upcoming annual meeting is around the increasingly important role of evaluating overall survival in oncology trials and how interim or early looks at overall survival data are being leveraged to provide additional insights into the benefit risk assessment of new therapies alongside other endpoints. In oncology trials, we're fortunate to have a variety of endpoints available by which we can evaluate the safety and efficacy of a therapy. And while overall survival remains the gold standard for evaluating efficacy of a new drug, in some instances, this endpoint can take many years to read out, and thus delaying access to potentially beneficial therapies. And as such, intermediate endpoints that are reasonably likely to predict clinical benefit are often used to provide earlier signals of efficacy and can enable earlier access to treatments that treat serious illnesses like cancer. Now, here's the challenge. While intermediate endpoints provide an early measure of treatment efficacy, they don't always correlate with overall survival. This means that earlier treatment success, as seen with PFS or response rates, don't always translate into longer-term survival benefits for patients. This has prompted discussion around monitoring and accumulating overall survival data at interim time points alongside intermediate endpoint readouts to provide additional insights, especially in understanding potentially long-term risks and benefits. However, using interim OS to rule out harm presents its own set of challenges, particularly raising questions around appropriate study designs and methodology. One key issue is the immature nature of interim OS data due to it being collected early in the trial. This can result in uncertainty or even conflicting signals where intermediate endpoints suggest benefit, but interim overall survival points to harm. There are emerging case studies that will be discussed at the annual meeting that highlight these discrepancies, which underscores the need for more robust frameworks. Additional factors like trial designs, cancer type, treatment mechanism, and patient crossover can further complicate these analyses. And thus, to make interim OS data meaningful, we need new frameworks that improve the interpretation of these early data points to provide meaningful insights. So please join us at the annual meeting, where we'll be joined by a group of experts to address the evolving role of overall survival as a safety endpoint in oncology trials. This session will dive deeper into these challenges and explore methods for improving trial design and the interpretation of interim OS data. By ensuring that interim OS analyses are accurate and useful, we can strike a balance between early safety signals and long-term efficacy, ultimately advancing cancer research. Thank you.